Hi, I'm Terry from Bed and Biscuits Boarding and Training Facility. This is Shay. She's done really good with her training. She started out slow. You have to get her trust. She's very shy at first, but once she gets to know you, gets attached to you, much like a shepherd, she's really attached. Anyway, we're going to do like the other shepherds we've done that you brought. We're going to do the heel, the sit stay, the down stay, and the recall, and use hand signals and verbal commands through it all. I've got just a 6-foot leash, nothing spectacular. I've got a prong collar here that I've been using on the shepherds. She might not even need that anymore. Probably could just put her own collar on, but when you first get her home and try it, I would put this prong collar on. That way if she tries to take advantage of you, being back at home in her own surroundings where she came from, she's going to try you a little bit, see how much you're going to allow. I would have that training collar on, and it really works wonders, helps a lot. So we'll do the heel on leash when we return. Okay, through all these exercises, I've got the dog at my left side. Okay, dog is always at your left side. I'm going to go through the hand signals. I'll go through them again as we use them, but the sit is just bring your hand up like this. She knows what that means. The sit, I tell her to sit as well as show her the hand signal. Stays, put the hand, I usually have her in a sit, tell her to stay. Walk away from her, just tell her to stay. Down, you'll usually put her in a sit at my left side. Reach down and point right to the ground. Put my finger right on the ground and tell her to down. Don't tell her any more than twice. If she doesn't go, then pull her gently, but usually she drops down really well. Tell her to stay, walk out the end of the leash. We'll go through that. In the recall, when you put her in sit, tell her to stay, walk to the end of your leash, turn and face her. Tell her to come and bring your hand to your chest and tell her to come. And that's a hand signal to come. So you got sit, stay, down, and come. Okay? You can add anything to that on your own, but this is just a foundation to start out her basic exercises, what she knows to do. So we're going to start out her at your left side in a sit. I'm just going to start out walking and tell her to heel, and she should walk along at my left side. When I stop walking, hopefully she stops and sits. It's not real important that she sits, but we want her to stop walking instead of pulling. Okay? As you walk, if she starts to pull or lag behind her, anything, it's a pull and release, pull and release. We don't walk around with a dog tight leash like that. That just teaches them to hate this collar, to constantly be pulling the opposite way of you. So what you're going to do is leave it loose and just walk, and when you can just keep it loose. And as you feel it get tighter, doesn't matter where she's trying to go. Obviously, she's going somewhere other than where you're walking. It's just a pull and release, and keep going in the direction you want to go, and she should come right up and heel beside you. Okay, Shay, come on. Okay, sit. Good girl. Okay, she's sitting at your left side. I'm going to start out heeling and see how she does. Shay, heel. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Now when I stop, automatically sits. Good girl. Shay, heel. Good girl. And when I stop, she automatically sits. It's a little bit warm. She's got a dark coat, so she's kind of looking for some shade, so we're going to make it kind of quick. Praise your dog. Okay, this is going to be her sit stay. Again, at your left side. Put her in a sit. Tell her to sit. Tell her to stay. And walk out to the end of your leash, your 6-foot leash. Slowly reinforcing the word stay, or else at first she's going to try to follow you at home. And that's where if she does try to follow you, put her right back to where you started from. Don't let her creep up to there and then restart up there. Put her back to where you started from. So we're going to sit, stay, stay, stay. I've even, if you want to do the off-lead class later on down the road, I've kind of put this on the ground, stay, and walked around, got her prepared for it. Stay, stay, stay. Don't leave her too long. Return, stay. Exercise finished. Praise your dog. Okay, we're going to do the down stay. Again, you put the dog at a sit at your left side. And before I forget, let me add this. When you come back to your dog after any one of these exercises, you come back to her and you stand here like this. You release the dog with your command. Because if you don't, when you start coming back from any of these exercises, or later on if you get a more advanced training, when you start coming back, dog, she'll automatically get up from that. You want her to get up when you release her to do so. So if you're in a stay and you come back, I get all the way here and I'll wait a couple seconds and then say exercise finish, praise her. But, okay, come on, Shay. Sit. Good girl. No, Shay. Come on, come. No, good girl. Good girl. Sit. Stay. Stay. No. Stay. Okay, we got her to sit at your left side. You're just going to turn and face her. Put your finger right to the ground and tell her to down. Okay, down. Down. Okay, she didn't do it. I only told her twice. There she goes. If she didn't go, I was just going to take the leash where it hooks to the collar and gently pull her. If you tell her a whole bunch of times with any of these commands, it's like a young child. They're going to learn that they don't have to do it until you tell them a dozen times or more. So tell them twice just in case they didn't understand you or hear you or whatever the first time. Tell them twice. When they don't do it, then make them do it. Real soon they'll start to realize I need to do it because he's going to make me do it anyway. Okay, when you get ready to walk away from your down, make sure you reinforce to stay or she's going to pop up and try to follow you. Stay. Down. Stay. 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 I've done the same here. Stay. Lay the leash on the ground. Don't try that at home at first because you want to have a hold of that leash and don't leave her very long. And then the more you work her at home, stay. You can leave her for longer lengths of time. Eventually lay the leash on the ground. Eventually do it all off leash. But at first we have to start here. Stay. Don't leave her any longer than, I wouldn't leave her any longer than 5 seconds to start with. Stay. Exercise finish. Good girl. I tried to put her over here in the shade because it is getting warm. We're going to do the recall. We're going to put her in a sit at your left side. Tell her to stay. Walk out down your leash, reinforcing the word stay. Turn and face her with a nice high-pitched voice like you want her to come to you. Bring your hand to your chest. Sometimes I'll take a step backwards as I do it and tell her to come, and she should come to you. Basically just trying to get her to come, but I've got her taught to where I've been trying anyway, get her to come to me and sit at my feet. So later on off leash, you can call her and she'll come and sit at your feet when you call her. I mean, you start out like that, you'll end up a lot better in the end. But good girl, stay. 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 Okay, come. Good girl, exercise finished. Okay, for a conclusion, we worked hard on these things we went over on the video, but a couple other things. The jumping. She still will jump on the fence if I'm on the opposite side of a fence or a gate. She'll jump to get to me like that just because she wants me to pet her. I'm trying to discourage that. But once I get in there with her, she doesn't jump on me at all anymore. Out here, on a leash, off the leash, she doesn't jump at all. I've worked with my daughter and some others to get strangers to come around her, and once she gets to know them, I'm trying to get her to not jump on them. And that's the thing about the jumping. Whoever she's jumping on it, wherever in her environment, they need to be the ones that teach her not to. What I do is I just tell her off, like this, keep your elbow straight. You're not hitting them, but when she jumps up, have her run her nose into your palm of your hand. It's a little easier with a smaller dog, but she's got to stand up straight. When she jumps up, goes to jump, you can anticipate it. Put your hand over her nose, and then I come up and I just pet her like this to hold her down. Give her the attention that all she's doing is asking for, with all 4 feet on the ground. And eventually she learns she's not going to get any attention but this right here if she's going to try to jump. But then when I get her like this, and I can come down and just hold her down, so I got to put both hands on top and just hold her down. Give her the attention she's asking for when she's on all 4 feet, and she'll learn she's extremely smart. So going in and out of doorways, I put her in a sit, stay. I open up the door, go through first. Of course, I got her on a leash. I take a couple steps through the doorway first, and I tell her to come. That way, she's not perfect at that yet, but we're working at it. That way, when you open up the door, they don't try to automatically fly out. You tell them to stay, they know they got to stay. I think that's about it. I would definitely recommend one of these colors for now, just when you first get her home, but I don't think she'll need one for long. She's doing really good. But thank you very much.